Hello everyone. Welcome to Weekend Projects with Stones56. This week is for App Inventor number 13. Scan barcodes and save it directly to Google Sheets. Scanning the barcode is a very important skill for learning App Inventor. It's simple to learn and convenient to use. So let's make the app a bit more advanced today. I will show you how to save the scanned barcodes in the Listview and then save another copy directly to Google Sheets. In this video, you will learn how to set up Google Sheets API and then how to use the barcode component in the app. Next, how to store the barcodes on the Listview and update the order by time. Finally, I will teach you how to save text scanned by the Barcode app to Google Sheets. Let's see how it works. On the left-hand side, here is the screen of my mobile phone. I directly project the screen of the mobile phone to this desktop. In the middle is the file of Google Sheets that I created. We need to set up Google API in this file. Let's do it later. On the right side is my barcode to Google Sheets app, which I already created. On the left side, it is the mobile phone screen. The app scanning method is very simple. You just need to click the scan barcode to start to scan. Okay, let's give it a try. You can see the barcode image. Now, let's scan the first book. Okay, as you can see it. The list view on the app will automatically appear and the data will be sorted in Google Sheets and Sheets receives the data synchronously. Let's scan a few more books. Press Scan Barcode. And then Scan Barcode. Try a few more scans. As you can see that all ISBN data have been scanned in here. Okay, the ends the demonstration. Next, I will teach you how to set up the Google API. At the beginning, let's open the App Inventor page and then scroll down and find Storage on the left-hand side. Click here, there is a Google spreadsheet, and then click the question mark. This will give you instructions and teach you how to set up this Google Sheet API. There is a click here. Click it, and it will tell you the location of the entire instructions. Let's take a look at the instructions. This is a whole process of the entire setting. Let's do it step by step to set up Google Sheet API. First, use a browser to search for Google Cloud Platform GCP. Search for Google Cloud Platform, then click on it. And you will be brought to this screen. Because I have already registered and applied. If you haven't registered yet, you can enter your email and then you can apply for your own. Then, you will see this screen, which means that you have completed the Google Developer account. Next, we are going to create a new project. How to create a project? We need to press Project from here, select a project, there is a new project in the upper right corner. Click here to create a new project. Click New Project. At this time, it will ask you to give a project name. This is the Scan Barcode project. So we name it App Inventor Barcode Scan. Next, there is a location here. Just ignore this setting and leave it blank. We just need to click the Create button. After the creation is complete, we need to enable the Google Sheet API function. You can see that we have been told that the project has been completed. After the barcode scan is created, let's press Select Project now. After selecting the project, you will see a lot of info here. Okay, then on this page, you can see that there is a displayed API here. At the bottom, you can see a Go to API overview. Let's click on Go to API overview. Next, there is Enable API and Services on the top. This is where we need to click. Next, let's search what kind of API to use. Because Google provides a lot of APIs and services, so let's search it directly. Type Google Sheets API. And you can see that it also appears here, so let's choose it. Okay, after selecting it, let's click it. And there's an Enable button. Let's enable it. Click this to activate it. At this time, Google Sheets API is successfully enabled. Let's wait a moment. Okay, this means that our Google Sheet API has been enabled. Okay, next, in the lower right corner, you can see a button called Create Credential. Let's click Create Credential. There are 3 options here, and let's select Service Account. Choose this service account and we will create a service account. Click it. Here, let's give it a name. Name it App Inventor Barcode Scan. There will be an email shown below. This email address will be used inside App Inventor later. So let's click this button to copy this email and write it down somewhere. I will paste it in the clipboard. Okay, next, just press this to continue. Here we need to choose a role, and let's choose Editor for the role. And then we will press Continue. For the third fields is used to grant users access to use this service account. Let's skip this and just click Done to complete it. Our Google API settings have been roughly completed here, but we still need to download a key. There is a Manage Service Account in the lower right corner of this page. Click this link. After you click, it will show this filter here. Click this email twice, then you will go to the Details screen of Service Account. There is a key on the tab. Click Keys, then you have to click Add Keys and the system will download a key file. Create new key. At this time, the system will ask you which type you want. Let's choose the JSON type. Press Create and it will download a file to your computer. OK. Let's close. Here shows the key is active. Well, here we've completed the entire Google Sheets API settings. Next, let's go to Google Sheets to create a new file and fine-tune the settings. Okay, let's go to Google Sheets and open a new file. Press this blank template to create a blank file. Next, let's set the file name as App Inventor Barcode Scan. Next, if you look carefully at this URL, from this one to this A, this is this file's SheetsID, which is the ID of this file. Let's copy the ID of this file and copy and paste it to the clipboard. Okay, this is our sheet ID. Next, we need to share this file with the email account we just created. So let's go here first and click Share. It will ask you, who do you want to share with? Copy the email from the clipboard and paste it here. For the permission, it should be selected as editor, then leave it alone for notify and click Share. Now, this file has already been linked with our Google Service account. Okay, this completed the settings on Google Sheets. Next, let's go to App Inventor to start creating the app. Okay, let's visit MIT App Inventor website and start a new project. Let's name it Barcode Scan to Sheets. Click OK. Let's make few settings. Scroll down from the upper right corner to the bottom. Our apps is in portrait mode, so first set the screen orientation and change it to portrait. Let's not display the title, so uncheck the title visible. For the theme, here, let's choose it as device default. It is the same as our device setting. I liked it to be the device default. The color is roughly like this. Next, we will place a layout here. Let's drag a horizontal arrangement in here. And here is where we place the title. We also need a label to write the title. Pull a label in inside horizontal arrangement. Let's set the align horizontal to center and align vertical to center. For the color, let's select blue for the color. Let's set its height to 10%. And the width, let's select Fill Parent to fill up the entire width. It looks like this. Let's set the label settings. The first one is the size of the font. Set it to 20. And then set the color of the font to yellow. Then change the label as barcode to Google Sheet. OK. That's the setting of the label. Next, we will pull in another horizontal arrangement. OK. The width is the fill parent and height is also fill parent to fill the entire space. For other parts, leave unchanged. In this horizontal arrangement, let's palsy a list view. Pull the list view here. The list view is where to show the scan text later. On the background color, I first change it to gray, or maybe light gray. Then, at the bottom, update the text size as 20. And then, change the selection color to yellow. This is the color defined for when you select an item from the list. Next, let's create a text label and button. After selecting the layout on the left-hand side, let's use vertical arrangement. The reason for using the vertical arrangement is that there will be a scan text on the top and a button under it. So we need to have overlap two components. Well, let's do the setting. First, I'll set it to be height to autofill the page and choose Fill Parents. For the width, also use Fill Up the entire layout. Next, let's set the background color to blue. Then, set Align Horizontal Alignment and Align Vertical Alignment to center. Okay, next, let's go back to the user interface. First, pull a label. This label is mainly used to display the text you scanned in. On the text, let's change it to Scan Text. Okay, let's also change the color of the text. Otherwise, it will be invisible below. Change color to white and set the font size to 20. Next, let's pull in another button. Okay, pull a button in to the bottom. Let's set the font size to 20. Let's set the height 15% and the width to Fill Parent to fill up the whole page. There is a shape option here. If you like, you can set it as rounded. The button will have rounded corners. Then, let's modify the text to scan barcode. Well, this completes the setting of the button. The whole interface is completed. Next, there are two most important components that we have to bring in. From the left-hand side, under the storage, let's pull a spreadsheet in. It is an invisible component, so you can't see it on the interface. Next, let's go to the sensor and there is a barcode scanner. These two are invisible components. Next, let's set Spreadsheet 1. Remember we have just downloaded a key file from the Google Cloud Platform? Let's upload it to App Inventor. Here, there is credentials JSON, click to upload a file. Select the key file we just downloaded. Click OK and the JSON file will be uploaded. Next, we need to fill the spreadsheet ID. Let's copy the spreadsheet ID from clipboard. This is our spreadsheet ID and put the spreadsheet ID here and press enter. By now, the most relevant information of the spreadsheet component has been set. Okay, before I start writing this program, let me explain how it works. When I press the scan barcode, the app will turn on its camera and let us scan barcode. The app will scan and obtain text into this list view. Now let's try this now. First, go to the blocks and there is a button one here. Drag the button one to canvas. When it's clicked, and it will start a scan. Let's scroll down and find the barcode scanner here. Well, this block is named Barcode Scanner 1.do Scan. It is so simple like that. The app can start a scan. After scanned, we need to process the data. Let's find a function called AfterScan in Barcode Scanner 1. After the scan, it will produce scan result. Let's make few settings. The result of scan is shown on label 2. Let's change the name of label 2 to scan_result_label. That's easier to remember. Then scroll down and put the result into this label after it scans. So let's set its text first. Yes, so many options, sometimes it's hard to find. Just pull any of them and then modify attribute of to text. After the scan, we will get this result directly. It will save the result into this text. Well, let's test it now. Okay, we complete the first scan. As you see, the text 9789577208615 is the barcode we scanned. This means that the scan has been completely successful. Okay. What's next? Let's see how to save this data to Google Sheets after scanning. Well, at this point, we have to go down here, select Spreadsheet and pull it down. There is right cell. Here, first pull this right cell in and place it here. For the right cell, first parameter is telling you which sheet to write to. And we specified sheet 1. Next, it is a cell reference. Cell reference is telling it which cell to write. For example, if you want to write in this cell, it is called A1. If you want to write it here, it is B2. Let's set variables first. Let's set two variables. The first one, I call it row_number. It is used to remember the row it is currently write to. And the second one is called row_reference. Because all the data we want to write will be in this column, A, so set the row_reference to a text A. Because I want to save all scanned data to column A, I will first assign row reference equals A. Then the row number will vary with the number of cells you write each time. It will increase from 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Next, from math, set the row_number to 1. In App Inventor, lists will always start from 1. Let's put 1 here. Okay, about the cell reference I mentioned earlier that it will be A1, right? So, let's use a text function called join to combine A with row_number. So, the cell reference is A and row_number is 1, first scan. The data will be written into the cell of A1. Here is to join row_reference and row_number, and then we will get A1. How about the data? Data is just the scan text in the result, so get the result by pull it in. Now, data can be written to Google Sheets. Let us try to do a scan. Just refresh it from the connection menu and the app reset, and we'll try again. Click Scan Barcode. As you can see, that scan completed. Let's take a look in this Google Sheets. You can see that text has been written in 9789577208651. It is exactly the same as here. This is how to write data to sheets. What happens if we scan the second barcode? Let's take another book to scan. The second book is scanned. This time, the book ISBN ending with 8699 is scanned in. Let's take a look at sheets here. Opus. It is still written in the first cell. This means that our current code writes to a 1 all the time. Do you know why a 1 is overwritten every time? We need to add 1 to the row underscore number each time we scan a book to let it writes to the second row by increase the row underscore number. How to do this? Is very simple. After this write cell, there will be an event named finish write cell. Pull finish write cell in. When program writes to Google Sheets and then add 1 to the row underscore number. So, it will write to A2 next time. Let's add 1 to it. Let's go to the math here. Math. Then, add 1 to the current row underscore number, so after each second the number will increase, and then write to the next row. After each writing, we also want to do some processing. Let's switch to Sheets to see if it works. Scan the second book and see, we scanned and the data is here, didn't work. It will write ISBN ending with 651 to the second row. And scan again. Second book. See, it's in second row. Scan third book. As you can see that the data is written in next row. Okay, this is right way to go. One of the requirements is to write in Google Sheets, and the other is send data to Listview. So, it is easier to see the data scanned. Let's do something here. After the data is written to Sheets, let's read the entire table from Sheets, then display it to Listview. How do we do this? Let's click Spreadsheet. There is a Spreadsheet 1.readsheet function. Here. This read sheet will read entire sheets after finish scanning. After reading the sheets, it will generate an event called GotSheetData event. Zoom out a little bit. There is a GotSheetData function. When it executes this command, it will take this data to SheetData. Now let's make this blocks. Let's make it simpler. Get SheetData to Listview. In Listview, there's a property named element and grab get.SheetData after it. Each time, after scan and write to Google Sheets, let's then read entire sheet from Google. And it will display the data to Listview. Let's try again. Scan another book. Let's see. See, the entire sheet is read into Listview. However, we don't want the parentheses. In the sheets, the book ending with 688 does not have parentheses. The color of the font is hard to see. Let's change the background color of Listview. Select the text color as black. Black color is much better. Let's scan another book. there will be a left and right parentheses around each row in Listview. Do you know why? The main reason is that every row item obtained from sheets is a list. Let's remove the brackets from each item. The way to remove the brackets is to build an empty list and save each item as a string. Let's go back to the blocks first. First, let's create an empty list. The list is a local variable. Let's name it clean_array. This is an empty list. It has nothing in there. Our main purpose is to remove the left and right parentheses. Then add a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the front. This allows us to tell number of rows easily. Next, let's add a second local variable. Let's name it count for counting rows. The count starts from 1. Next, we need to place each item data, string, from sheet data into this clean_array list. From control, there is a for each item. This for FOC item will loop through sheet data list. This sheet data contains the data of the entire sheet. And each piece of data is a list. So now we take this sheet data and get the first piece of data item. Next, just take the content of the each item and make the item into a string and then save it to clean_array. That's it. Then let's go to the list, find add item to the list. Well, the list is clean_array. As I said that I want to save it to clean_array. We will add it to clean_array one by one. Next, let's use a join from text tool. This join. I want to join a row_number to have a left bracket followed by the row_number and the with a right bracket. So, join has 4 strings, pull them from the submenu. The first one is the left bracket I just mentioned. And the bottom one is the right bracket. So, I already put brackets around the row_number. This row_number is the count, right? This loop go through every item in sheet data. Next, I will start from the item in the list. As I just said that sheet data is the whole sheet and each is a list. The first piece of data in each list is the text, scanned from barcode. So, we could use a select list item, index. Well, from this item has basically become a single list. Taking the first piece data, we know that there is only one piece of data in each item. Let's grab the first index, 1, and then we can get that string of text. Well, there's some more to do. Look. At this place, if the count isn't increased by 1 in each loop, the row_number will stay the same. So, in this loop, we need to increase count by 1 each time. Let's go to math. This is for comparison, grabbed wrong item. Let's grab this. Place count and increase 1 in each loop. Assuming I have 4 data in sheet, then this loop will go 4 times. Let's see if this can display the result here in Listview. Let's do another barcode scan. Something wrong. It was because I used wrong list. We have to change it here. Do you remember? The new data is no longer sheet data. Sheet data is old data. Where are all my new data stored? That's right, all data are now exists in clean_array. And because it is in local variable, we placed it outside of the local variable, so it will not be able to get the data. So, we have to move it up. Like this. Now it should be able to read the variable clean underscore array. Okay, let's scan another book. You can see that it looked like this. The brackets were removed. Let's add a blank after right bracket to make it easier to see. Here. Okay. Let's scan another book. One, two, three, four, right? Well, let's go Sheets. Here and it contains 4 ISBN. If you pay attention, you will find that we just scanned more than 4 books, but it only has 4 ISBN. Let's take a look. How about let's delete all of data and start all over again. Something wrong. An error occurred. Logic error when first book is scanned. Let's fix this. There must be a way to do this. So, take a look here. Well, in this spot, for row underscore number, it should be the length of the clean underscore array plus 1, to indicating the next row to write. So in this clean underscore array, let's add 1 to its length. That will be the row to write next time. So we need to pull down the row underscore number, then set up the row underscore number here, and then use it here. Row underscore number will become the length of the clean underscore array. First, let's find the length of the list. We can get the length of the array. Let's set the length is 5 after adding 1 to it, so the row underscore number will become 6. So, next time we will write the data to a 6. Now, we will be able to write in the correct row. So, we need to add 1 here. Let's double check if this is correct. Now here is the 5th row. Let's delete this and start over. Let's refresh the AI2 app again. Now it is empty. Okay, let's scan by press the scan barcode. You can see that the first book is here. Try the second book. Second book data is here. Try another scan. See, we have 3 data in Listview. Let's look at Google Sheets. There are also 3 records here. Let's scan another book. See 4 data. It seems working pretty well. Let's do an experiment now. Refresh the AI2 app and see if it still works. From connect refresh equal to restarting the app. It will clear the list view. After clearing the list, it will read Google Sheet data in. To see if this works. Oh, it didn't read in. Why? Of course it didn't read in, because our code didn't ask it to read the entire sheet at the beginning, but only to read the entire sheet after scanning barcode. So, let's add another block when the program is starting up every time. Well, we can do this part using the screen 1. Click on screen 1 and find the initialize function. Every time, when this screen initializes, the app restarts. The app will run this piece of block. What to do next is very simple. We just want to copy the spreadsheet.readsheet, sheet 1 end. Place spreadsheet.readsheet, sheet inside screen 1.initialize. Just put it here, so every time the program starts, it will read sheets 1 and after sheets 1 is finished reading, it will run .sheet data block. Look here, there are currently 4 records, right? So I'll press the refresh connection. See, 4 records in Listview are here after refresh app. Let's do a scan again to ensure it will write to 5th row after restarting. Scan. Looks good. The 5th data is here. As you can see, this program running as we want it to. Now, we can scan the ISBN of the books in our hand and write it into Google Sheets. And it is the same in this list view. It will be displayed all the data from Sheet. In the code, we also remove all the unwanted list brackets and added a counter with a number in front of it. Okay. That's the video for today. How to scan barcode and write the text to Google Sheets. I hope this video is helpful to you. If you have not subscribed to my channel, remember to subscribe, turn on notification bell, click like, and share with your friends. So, I will see you next time. Bye bye.